gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Cuckoo Report. And I got to start with one question. Are we nuts? Why are we doing this? We have sat here and watched one of the greatest presidents of all time work his first year magic in an environment that is so toxic that we can't do anything in this town, right? Washington is dead. But look at what has been accomplished already by this man. Coming from a place where we were almost in financial ruin, this gentleman has brought us back from the brink. Perhaps because not enough people have stood in bread lines, that's why we don't see this as an accomplishment of any kind. So let's push that back. Because the first Republican talking point was, look at the stock market. Corporations can't deal with President Obama coming into presidency. Yeah, look at the stock market. Everybody make their money back? Thank you, President Obama. Oh, by the way, how's your unemployment benefits? I'm sure if you're one of the 9 million people who are unemployed, you got to take advantage of COBRA, your lowering of your COBRA payments so that you had insurance. Thank you, President Obama. Oh, what about that extra $100 you get every week from the federal government? By the way, all that was in your stimulus package. Thanks, President Obama. So there's 9 million people now that are getting benefits that they never had before because we are in the worst economic times of our lives. And what do? We attack, we attack, we attack. We allow people who have no intelligence to get up in front of a raucous crowd of followers, say something, one talking point, and the media runs with it. I got to learn last week how Democrats are going to lose the House and the Senate. Are you kidding me? How could that even be possible? Do you not remember what 1 year ago was? Hello? This whole thing is cuckoo. President Obama has given everyone health insurance. That's 40 million Americans. We're not just talking about bums. We're talking about people who can't get insurance. We're talking about people who can't afford insurance, and we're talking about people who don't want insurance. All of them now have got to get into a system that not only takes care of them, but takes care of the health insurance companies and everything else. We'll get into free market a little later and how maybe the government didn't want that. But let's look at the talking points that we've wasted 1 year on. 1 year about a death panel? Who the hell? Why would you even consider the fact that there is a death panel? How can it be on TV over and over again when it's not even there? How can a media continue to work the talking points of a minority party that has nothing better to do than to obstruct? And what has it done? It has caused that minority party to gain power? Are you kidding me? Is this crazy? The minority party put us here. We are on the brink of destruction because of the minority party. But no, we've overspent ourselves. Deficits are through the roof. I'd like to remind you that in 1980s, Ronald Reagan doubled our deficit. It was so bad that our grandchildren were going to have to pay for this horrible debt. And what happened? Gramm-Rudman bill. How do I know? Because I got out of the military early. Because of the Gramm-Rudman bill. Because they had to save money and bring down the debt. Now, are you telling me that this is just a Democratic problem? This is a problem of both parties. But has President Obama begun to address it? He sure has. He's looking at pay-as-you-go. He's looking at other situations to control the debt, taking down the cost of running government. Is anybody watching the positive things that are being done by our president? 45 leaders of countries around the world gathered in Washington, D.C. China, Russia, and the United States, the three major powers, have sat together in our country this year. A monumental achievement for any sitting president. Didn't even get noticed. It didn't even get noticed. The president, each and every time, has said, I am going to change the way we work in Washington. If you pay attention to his words, what he has done is not do the games as usual and say, I'm going to hold this back until you get that. He considers all points, and he will agree with the Republicans, he'll agree with the Democrats, and he'll put out a plan that's somewhere in the middle. Take health care, for example. What's the first thing he did? He took the public option off the table. The public option is for Democrats. That's what we want. Are you kidding me? That's called a concession. That's called being in the middle. Not being so far left as to take us to socialism. This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. Young people, it is up to you to get up. It is up to you to get out and vote. To take care of all these people that are sitting on socialist programs. You have to take their vote away because they are just being led by a leash. They, although supposed to be educating themselves, are starting on the wrong premise. So if you're beginning the wrong premise and you educate yourself wrong. Now, going back to health care, the president sat down with the Republicans in the House, him against all of them, as they all sat around asking their stupid little questions or making their little soundbite speeches. But guess what? He was able to answer and come to distinct conclusions on each and every point that they came across. How is this not a president that we want? How is this not a party that we need to continue? If you give back the Republicans this situation, if you allow them to become the majority again, we go to nothing. No changes. We have financial reform now. We are about to become, the people are about to take charge of their lives over corporations. And we are allowing the minority party, the people that represent these large corporations, to take us back with what? Sound bites of lies. What happened to drill, baby, drill? We don't do that anymore, right? Because there's a leak. How did this all start? Where did this come from? Each and every one of these problems can be traced back to the Bush administration. That's right. I said it. The Bush administration. The Glass-Steagall asked us what caused the banks to do that crap that they did. Don't try to blame the government. We always try to blame the government. It's now the government is trying to make a difference, and all we do in the media and the people of the minority party is obfuscate the truth. There is not one time the president hasn't taken the middle of the road and has done the right thing. This is amazing to me. That's why I'm calling this the Cuckoo Report. We got so much to talk about because this place is crazy. This is nuts. Vote tomorrow.